Yeah, yeah. What they say? I'm so divine, I'm so divine. Imperfection, perfection, my presence shines. My mental's parasailing maritime. They say I'm destined to read the palm line. Yeah, I'm so divine, I'm so divine. Imperfection, perfection, my presence shines. My mental's parasailing maritime. They say I'm destined to read the palm line. Yeah, I'm so divine.
Welcome to the H.G.R.G podcast, episode 44. What's going on, DT? What's up, just Jerry?
What's going on? What's going on, fellas? What's going on? So since you did a good job last episode, we're gonna ask you, DT. What's up? You still with us?
Yeah, man. You know.
Nobody asking me nothing. I'm here. I had a good idea in the group chat, so I'm good. I'm good here for at least another week or two.
We're not gonna expose what you said in the group chat, but I just want to let you know you should get fired. DT, you still with us, man? What's up, man? Talk to me, baby. Talk to me.
We out here, man. We out here in these streets. Of course, I'm with you. H.G.R.G to the death of me until Lance is gone.
When you say Lance is gone, it means I got to die, because that's when it all breaks apart, because I am the glue to all this. So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I understand. I appreciate that, DT. I appreciate that. But listen, I'll flip that. But listen, guys, we want to get into, we want to break down a video today. We've done this in the past before, and we found a video that, JT Hustles, really respect him and what he does out there. But he did come out with a video that we did want to break down and give you our input on it. All right, so say that again.
Don't appreciate
it.
we kind of angry, but we respect them. So here comes some vibes. We're gonna have to give them some vibes.
So let's get into it, and we'll come right back with the breakdown.
Been hoodwinked.
Bamboozled.
What's up, hustlers? It's your boy JT Automations back in another video, and I appreciate everybody's love and support here on this channel. If you're new to this channel is designed to help motivate, educate, and inspire you to do something entrepreneurial. You guys can tell by the title of this video what we're going to talk about today. Couple of disclaimers I want to give out before we get into this game. One, I decided to make this list down to the top 10, and I excluded all of my friends, and I also excluded all of the female entrepreneurs. I personally think that they deserve their own dedicated video. However, I want to hear from you all. If you would like for me to make a second video with just the female entrepreneurs out there, I'll definitely make that video. This is not to say that they're any less than any of the people that are on this list, but for the sake of time, I had to cut some people off of the list. So I excluded all of the female entrepreneurs, and I also excluded all of my friends, right? Not taking anything away from them. They all create valuable content, but I didn't want people to say I was biased. But without further ado, let's get into the first name on my list. He goes by the name of Mr. Myron Golden. In my opinion, he is a great person for you to be following. And everybody on this list, I don't know them personally. I'm making the determination to put them on this list based off of the free game alone. So not if you buy their books, buy their courses, masterminds, whatever. There's nothing wrong with investing in all of that stuff. But I'm telling you that their free game alone can make you at least $100,000. And Myron Golden, in my opinion, is great for the people who believe in God. They have a level of spirituality that they want to maintain. However, they still want to better their personal economy. And far too many times people will make you feel like you can't be a true believer and build your wealth. So I want to encourage you all, if you don't know who he is or who anybody else is that's on this list, be sure that you go follow Mr. Myron Golden on all social media platforms. The second person I have on my list, in my opinion, is an OG, and I believe that he is the pioneer What I mean by that is that he's one of the early people that did it to a higher level, and kind of paved the way to inspire people like myself to know we can come on social media and not have to do practical jokes on our friends and other loved ones, and we don't have to, you know, do anything other than just provide helpful content and help people be motivated, educated, and inspired to better themselves. That's none other than E.T., the hip-hop preacher, Mr. Eric Thomas. Be sure to follow him on social media on all platforms. He's definitely a guy that's going to give you the motivation to start, to keep going, and then to not get complacent once you do achieve that goal, so that you can reach your highest level of potential. And definitely that's somebody that you need to have in your arsenal of influencers to listen to help you better yourself, right? Let's get into the third person on my list. That's none other than Mr. Wall Street Trapper. He is somebody, in my opinion, that there is a niche group of people that will find him an invaluable resource. Now, that's not to say that he can only help a small group of people. However, there is an underserved group of people that have records, right? They may have been incarcerated in the past or presently be incarcerated even as they see this video. And by tapping into somebody like a Wall Street Trapper, he does an excellent job of speaking their language and letting them know that even though society may give you this label and say that because you've done these things, you're going to be put in this box and have these restrictions on you, you can still create wealth, build wealth, leave generational wealth to your loved ones, and do it 100% legitimately. So I think that nobody on social media articulates to the disenfranchised amongst us better than Mr. Wall Street Trapper himself. The next person I have on my list is Mr. Anthony O'Neal. You guys may follow him already. Matter of fact, let me know either in the premiere or down in the comment section, out of the top 10 people that are on my list, who did I leave off? There's a ton of great people that I left off for the sake of time. Please don't hold it against me. I love everybody that creates valuable content and help people, especially people that may never get the opportunity to meet. But understand, for the sake of time, it was hard enough for me to narrow it down to the top 10. But you know who you are. You know you create valuable content. And I thank you for that, even if you didn't make this list. But Mr. Anthony O'Neal, in my opinion, is great for people that are trying to get to the next level. That's not to say that you can't find value if you're just starting out. But in my personal opinion, just of judging him based off of the value he brings to the marketplace, if you're somebody who may be doing some of the basics right, but you feel like, I just want to go to another level, right? The people that he brings on his platform and the content that he delivers himself is definitely going to help those of you out there that are trying to get to the next level. Next person I have on my list. Now, we can't make a list of people that are for the culture without mentioning Black Hustlers Club. They exist on all social media platforms, and the gentleman that pilots that, the gentleman that runs that, is somebody that I think does a fantastic job of being a leader for the younger generation. Listen, I recently had a birthday. I'm 32 years old. And a lot of younger people, while I try to give them game and help them as much as I can, they feel like I'm now the old man, right? But having somebody that's close to their age, that's doing fantastic things, like the gentleman that owns and runs the Black Hustlers Club, is a great example to our youth, so that they can see, hey, listen, you can be cool. And this is somebody that does know the latest NBA YoungBoy song, or whoever the hottest rapper is to you when you're watching this video. For the young people, you can do all of that and you can still create and build wealth. So salute to that brother. Again, I don't know anybody on this list personally. I did that intentionally because I didn't want anybody to say that there's any biases here, but definitely tap into him if you're not following him already. Next person I have on this list, he's a gentleman that when I first started creating social media content and I was looking for a blueprint of how can you teach financial literacy to people in a way consistently that they find interesting. Because lots of times people think when you're talking about money and business and investing, man, that's boring. That's not possible for people like us. So looking at this gentleman, Mr. Boyce Watkins, he has been, is currently, and in my opinion will continue to be the OG that has been doing it longer than pretty much most of us that are in this financial literacy space. And he's been consistent with the value that he delivers to help people establish wealth, increase their financial literacy, and pass on generational wealth to their loved ones behind them. So you can't have a list talking about men and women that provide value to the culture without shouting out Mr. Boyce Watkins, right? Next person on this list is none other than Mr. David Shands. He runs the platform Sleepers for Suckers. He has great men and women from all over the country on his platform giving game. And it's a melting pot, in my opinion, for those of you out there that want a variety and want to hear from a ton of different entrepreneurs about a ton of different things, because you're trying to find your way. Nothing wrong with that. We've all been there before. So he is, in my opinion, one of the greatest interviewers in this space right now. Him and his co-host do a fantastic job of getting the right people there, asking them the right questions. And even if they do an episode with just themselves, they're still great at articulating themselves and giving real value that can help the people, right? All right, next person that I have on this list, Mr. Tommy Bryson. Right, so Mr. Tommy Bryson is, in my opinion, one of the hardest working people on social media. Gives a ton of game, a ton of valuable information out there that can help you better yourself, right? For the average everyday person that's like, I don't know where to start, tap into Tommy Bryson. Now, he can help you if you're more advanced or on another level as well, not taking anything away from him or anybody else on this list. But I think that if you're somebody that's looking for different ideas outside of just tuning into me, check out Tommy Bryson as well. Now we're down to our top two. All right, before we get into these top two, I want to tell you that there are a ton of people on social media, again, right? I don't want no smoke with no other content creators, male, female, right? Regardless of what you look like and what you teach. But this is just my opinion, and I'm letting you know that if we need to do multiple lists, we can, all right? And it was very hard taking people off of this list. If I do some honorable mentions, this video would be 4 hours long just with all the honorable mentions and people that could very well take somebody's spot that's on this list. I look forward to reading your comments as to, do you agree with this top 10 list? Who should be on it? Who shouldn't have been on it that I put on it, if anybody, right? And again, keep in mind, I intentionally left off all the female entrepreneurs so that they can have their own separate video if you would like to see that. And I also left off all of my friends because I didn't want you to say it's just a biased video and you had to be JT's friend to make the list. So these are men that I'm judging just based off of their free content, the amount of value that they bring to the marketplace. And because I'm a YouTuber, I am being biased and I'm looking at mostly YouTubers.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
Hold on, wait. Before we continue to get into this game, I want to say this. You guys know that I'm all about helping you guys in a real way increase your wealth, establish your wealth, pass on that wealth. And now you got generational wealth so your kids and grandkids don't have to start from square one like maybe you had to start from, right? So that being said, I've written a book and it's going to teach you how to buy real estate for $1,000 or less. That's not $1,000 down. It's not $1,000 a month. That's $1,000 or less, right? And if you can't buy property for whatever reason for $1,000 or less, my book is going to teach you how to get paid just for trying. Yes, if for whatever reason you execute exactly like I outlined in my book and you can't find a market anywhere where you can buy properties for $1,000 or less, you're going to learn how to get paid just for trying. All right, link to that ebook is down in the description below.
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
Top two. Day trading addict. All right, in my opinion, this gentleman is somebody that understands stock investing, one of the highest levels of any content creator. You can even make the argument that he understands stock investing at the highest level and put him up there with everybody else, right? Now, of course, I had Wall Street Trapper on this list as well, and this is not taking anything away from him. Right? Day trading addict, I feel like is somebody that understands stocks at a high level, right? He's for everybody, right? If I had to not put my friends on the list, because you guys know my brother Chris is just as cold as anybody with it. Day Trading Addict is a man that I feel like you can watch his free content alone and learn how to make great money investing in stocks. No big hype. Number one on this list, gotta go to Earn Your Leisure. And I say gotta go to him, not in a reluctant way. I think those gentlemen have done everything they needed to do, whether it's number of subscribers, affiliations, whatever, right? Whatever measuring stick you use to judge who's at the top. Has some big names on there, have entrepreneurs on their platform from various industries. All right, so I definitely got to give them the top spot on my list, right? And again, like I said, you ain't got to agree with my list. All right, but because I said it's 11 people for the culture, you already know your boy. It's number 11. This channel, again, is meant to help motivate, educate, and inspire you to do something entrepreneurial. So if you're not subscribed to this channel already, subscribe to this channel. Link is down in the description below. So if you're not subscribed to anybody that I named in this video, go subscribe to all of their channels as well. Let me know who I missed. Let me know who shouldn't have made it on the list. And until next time, so I'm a hustler, stay hustling. JT Automations, I'm gone.
So you see it? That was the list. First and foremost, let me put this disclaimer out there. We respect JT Hustles. You know, I watch a lot of his content. When I talk about YouTubers and stuff like that, going down the rabbit hole, he's one of the people that I do like and respect, you know, in the YouTube space. But we did see this. We wanted to watch this together and watch this with you guys. Let me be clear. DT, do you know JT? Are you guys friends? Just Jerry, you guys friends with JT?
Don't know nothing about him.
Yeah, I don't. No,
I want to make sure we didn't make the list because you guys knew him or something like that, and I didn't know the relationship. So you guys don't know.
Well, I'm gonna say yeah because I'm upset that we're not on the list. So maybe I'm his friend. He doesn't know that.
so with the list, to be clear, the list we there were people we knew. There were some people that we didn't know, but you know it's a respectable list for sure. You know this is not that type of video. It's not that type of energy. But what I would say is that we should be on that list.
100%.
We should be on that list.
So the thing is,
100%.
he spoke about solid individuals. Absolutely, I'm not. We can never. The thing is, we are one of great influencers. We definitely give you all the information you got, the good, the bad, the ugly. Now, people do speak, and the team that he's speaking about, the 10 guys he's speaking about, they do talk. Some of them, they do talk high level, right? So when we speak high level, but we also speak green, and that's kind of the difference because some of them talk only high level. Like Wall Street doesn't give you. You could buy one stock and you be good. You have to buy 100 stocks. And if you don't have the money, you're green, you don't really know to jump in. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So what we do here is we talk to high-end clients, and then we also talk to green. And then we give you all the information on YouTube for free. So the difference, not the difference, we should be on that list 100%. 100%.
Yeah, for sure. DT, you got to see the video.
Yeah.
Right. Obviously, we respect the list. You know, just Jerry's example with stocks. I mean, and I'll tell you what, because with us, with HDRG.club, we give the team. Like I said, it's a lot that you don't see where you get the team. Like I watch the stock videos and I'm like, all right, so which one do I buy? And I've even had people like, hey, listen, buy this one, hold it, and I'm like, damn. So I can't sell at the same exact time as they do. So I gotta learn, you know, and then maybe hopefully sell and catch how they catch, right, to make my money and get out of it, right. So they're not gonna do it for you.
Correct.
You know, you got to learn it here.
And to be clear, if they do it, or if they show you, no matter whether it's a macro or micro level, they're not going to do it for free, and they're not going to do it the same for everybody because not everybody has the same entry level. To Jerry's point, so if you're, you know, a beginner, meaning we're not judging the amount of money you have, we're just judging the fact that this is your first experience, right? You know, your first experience, you may have unlimited amount of funds, but because it's your first experience, you're only willing to spend X amount of dollars.
Right.
And you want your hand held and like, tell me what I should do for my first one. You know, yeah, you should buy 100 stocks and you can be this and you could be that. But for my first one, that I might not be comfortable at that.
Correct.
So
Correct.
DT, let me ask you this. Why do you feel like we should be on that list?
For everything he said, I just feel like that if you want to make $100,000 off a free game, YouTube-based content, why are we not on that list is the question. The better question is, why are we not there? Not why should we be there? Why are we not there? I don't think that we can with them same 10 people, with all due respect, right? With all due respect. And our conversations and their conversation be weighed, and our conversation would be severed out because we are not going to get you to that bag. I feel like our conversation gets you to that bag the same way their conversation gets to that bag. I just feel like our conversation may be watered down a little bit more for the beginners to get them to that bag. It may take them longer to get there, but nevertheless, we also have the conversation for the people who have the bag to get there as
well.
ASAP. You know what I mean? Speech,
real fast.
A community train, not a slow train. You know what I mean? Honestly, why are we not there? If you ask me, because I think the prerequisite that you had to have 45 YouTube episodes, and we only got 44.
You got to also remember, these guys have been doing it we only had this conversation a year ago,
right?
To present podcasts.
This idea was spawned
right. And this thing, and this is playful, but it's not, right? And why I say playful is because, listen, our platform is growing, and we give out great information, but we may have never come across this feed. You may not know who we are, right? And that's probably the reality of it. But on the other side of it, it's like we watch that list and we're like, we're there already, even in the years, like we're there, because we're so raw and uncut, and we give you both sides of everything. Like just Jerry just said, we're gonna give you from the floor to the roof and everything in between. That's
the conversation right there.
Yep.
We don't only give you, because we could always sell the great and the good and will you win that way. But what we do is we give you the good, the bad, and the ugly. And that right there is gems alone, because you expect to lose a little to gain more. And that right there for me is gold.
Yeah.
I also think on this YouTube, I think we expose ourselves. It's not like we have someone go to HDRG.club, pay for the team and the mentorship, and then we start exposing ourselves, right? Hey man, I'm glad you bought it. This is what I did wrong, and this is what he did. We're transparent now.
Right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure people out there have had laughs at the mistakes that we've made because we're so transparent. To sit up here and admit that, about the closing cost thing I talked about and all, stuff that's because the internet's right here. That's ABC, that I probably should have known, or a misstep that just Jerry had, or the way we hired out. All those things we expose.
Agreed.
We expose, and because we know that helps you.
Yeah.
Right. So why not give that information? It hurts us. It may make us look bad at times because we were learning or growing or whatever that looked like, but we give it to you now so that way you don't run into it.
I don't look at it as pain. I don't look at that as like negative, context, because, all of those 10 people started from somewhere. All of those 10 people learned lessons from, whether it was, self-education, family, friends, whatever it was that learned them where they're at and the road that they decided to walk down. They didn't just pick their head up, walk forward, and never bump their head, never scratch their knee, never made a mistake, never lost money on an investment, never made a wrong decision, but nevertheless, it was a learning lesson. So, all that, with all that being said, we're there. Why are we not on that list? Is because they haven't clicked on our HGRG.club. Is why we're not on the list. I'm sure if this gentleman JT was to be able to view us, if our subscribers are able to reach out to him, if we can add him, if he could be a part of what we're doing, and it doesn't, you don't have to watch all 44 episodes up to this point, just a couple, tap in. He'll be able to see anybody. It doesn't take a scholar to see that what's happening is real. And if you're involved with real estate, and it's funny that at the end of his video, he mentioned that he made a book. I didn't know that he wrote a book about real estate, and as he should, right? Because real estate is the way, right? And 100% I'm subscribing. If you haven't bought it, if you haven't, tapped in, tuned in, or whatever, please do so. Go to his social media, purchase the book, follow, like, subscribe. I mean, the man's successful.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm not here to belittle that in any way. Nevertheless, what we're saying is that we're why are we not there? He just hasn't had a chance to pay attention.
You get that. So JT, now that you know, right? I need you to go back, edit the video, do a little ad on the back, and then just add H.G.R.G. So it's no big deal. What I'm saying?
He also mentioned, if you guys are listening, that financial freedom is kind of boring on YouTube.
I did hear him say that.
Right.
Absolutely.
And he's right. He's right. Because not everybody wants entertainment, drama, stuff like that. And it's hard to sell financial freedom or give financial freedom pointers. So what we usually do is we sprinkle our personality in here. You guys laugh with us, right? We also give you the knowledge, but we also give you real experience. We sometimes we tear off to a tantrum, but what we really do is we give you the conversation, our personalities, and the real
story time with GT.
That's correct. So we just give you real experiences.
But I understand what he was saying, just Jerry, because he's saying, listen, it's not you could do it without having to, prank people and do all that stuff that gets all that attention, right? It gets all that attention here in the financial world, that we decided to step into with everyone, is that these people that view have to be locked in. Yeah. They got to want to change. They got to really be interested in it. So, I don't know how big, the audience is out there, but we're here and we're trying to find out, and we're willing to find out. But, we've created a lane where, I'm not saying that we saw a hole in other people, but it felt like something was missing. Either they take you right there, like you said last episode, not quick enough, and pull the the dollar right from under you, or they don't give you the pain. They don't give you that, and we came in and we fulfilled that. I believe, it's just we're gonna go ahead and give you everything. We don't hide anything. We're transparent about everything.
So let's get down to the nitty gritty, because I'm sure him and his listeners they're tired of hearing the fluff, right? What's your claim to fame? Why? If he left you off, right? If he left us off, right? And he were to ad lib and create from the 11 that he started with and go to a baker's dozen or to a dozen, what would his topic of conversation be of why HDRG should be on that list?
You guys want to talk about real estate, and guys are going to give it to you, the good, the bad, the ugly, and want to know everything in between. You need all that information where they talk about realtors to property management and everything that comes to tenants, to landlords, all of that stuff, and what to expect in real estate, especially when you're buying and holding, when you're flipping, whatever that looks like. You go to HDRG, period. It's here. We cover everything. I don't think there's anything we don't cover. And when we cover everything, we give you both sides of everything. So if you really want to know about real estate, right? If you really want to know about the good parts about it, and you really want to know about the bad parts about it, tune in to HDRG. It's that simple.
More so, not only do we offer you everything Lance said, we also offer you personality, and we don't always agree on everything all the time. So even listening to Lance's answer, I'm going to tell JT that Lance didn't tell you the whole thing. I'm going to stay tuned, because what Lance forgot is that we also give you, neighborhood by neighborhood, house by house, property breakdowns, why you should or shouldn't buy this property, what type of property this is. Is this in a fringe neighborhood? Is in a aesthetically pleasing neighborhood? Is in a little bit more affluent neighborhood? We go by a number system.
Yeah.
By, the team. We don't just offer you, what what you should buy and shouldn't buy. We offer you our team, the people we use. Lance touched on that as well. But, you know, to put it in a nutshell, that's why, you know, for JT, your list, the topic was, you know, who can you make the first 100,000 with free game is what you said. I'm holding you to that too harsh, but, you know, on our note, on HGRG note, you know, with free game, if you just watch our first 44 YouTube videos and you take our first 44 YouTube videos and you practice Lance's word, you
practicing.
We're not gonna make a word again, bro. We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
If you take those episodes and utilize that content and make it practical in your life, that's 100,000 plus, you know, actions and options that could be there. It all depends on where you start at and, you know, how you enter the game. You can make more than 100 grand. You know, we got students that came in with zero information, zero knowledge, but a couple dollars to their name, you know, not much, but something. And, you know, they're already at 6 figures or they're close to, and they own properties that are valued at that or whatever the case may be. And we're talking about, you know, 5-6 months in the game. We're not talking about years and weeks and, you know, years and years and years down. We're talking about 5 or 6 months in the game from beginning till the end, till the day we were introduced until today, 6 months at most, that they're already 6-figure numbers. We're not talking conversation. We're talking facts. So facts on that list is because of facts. And everybody that's on your list, there's facts there. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we should be, if not 11, we should be 12. And if not 12, a baker's dozen, 13.
Yeah, I agree.
We'll take it. Well, listen, I mean, it was a great video, great content. You know, once again, I want to be very clear. We really respect JT Hustles. He has a lot of good content. He's genuine.
Everybody on the list.
And I was gonna say we respect every individual on that list.
That list was legit. He wasn't biased at all, and he said that a couple of times. You know, I don't want to be biased. There's no one I know. So, and I would love to see the list of the people he does know. You know, and I would love to see the people of the females that, you know, the list of the females that he knows. You know, so I would like to see that. I tune into him a lot.
And I also want to add in that for us to know these guys, we have to watch these guys. So just want to know that we are definitely in tune with the YouTubers and the social medias. We are in tune. So we're not just saying, hey, these guys aren't it. We are saying they are it. We are as well. We are as well.
Typically you get people who, you know, they'll see videos like this and they'll find a way to like bash the video or find like the fault in the video to
which I want none.
Kind of pigtail off of success or whatever the case may be. That's not really our intent. Our intent was like, wow, you know, and I'm again, full transparency. I don't tune into JT. This is my first time ever seeing him. Lance and Jerry, they're a little bit more in tune than I am. And I say that with all due respect. But from this point forward, I will be tuning in. I will subscribe to his channel and view his content. But full disclosure, you know, it was something that they watched. They saw, you know what, this is dope. You know, we should do that. But we really had a real conversation offline. Like, why are we not part of that conversation? So we just say, you know what, press record and we could talk about it.
Absolutely. And my main thing is I just, you know, I said it earlier, I'm going to say it one more time. I just feel like what platform is growing, it just didn't come across his feed.
Yep.
I mean, because obviously him making the list shows he's in tune, and he has a bigger list, another list as well. Honorable mentions, he says he could have that, maybe ever replace people on that list and whatnot. So he's in tune. It's just that we haven't come across his eyes yet, and hopefully this does. So I mean, JT, you know, let's get eyes on H.G.R.G because we're doing big things over here. We're doing big things.
Club.
HDRG.club. But, you know, that's our take. You guys have any more on that video that you guys got to see?
I salute it. I think it was good work.
Yeah, I agree with that. It was good individuals. Missing HDRG, but it was decent individuals.
And he was saying on the video, "Don't kill me if you ain't on it." Listen, we ain't doing that, JT. But you know, we're outside. We're outside, JT. But listen, from our ears, from our mouths to your ears, guys. You know, once again, HDRG.club. Subscribe, like. We're gonna keep bringing it to you. It's another episode. Take care, guys.
Salute.
Yeah. what they say. I'm so divine, I'm so divine. Imperfection, perfection, my presence shines. My mental's parasailing maritime. They say I'm destined to read the palm line.